Hello. So in this episode of Clone Wars, we have a Glock 19. This is a Gen 4. I'll just show you that in a minute. But this is a very common gun, but the most sold gun in the world, the Glock 19. So, and it's got the 15 round mags, which is very common. They'll use the 17 round and stuff. And it's got everything about the Glock that you know and love. Now, here is the clone of it. The patents ran out on the Gen 3 Glocks, so now companies are starting to copy them. This is a Palmetto State Armory Dagger, and this is basically virtually a clone of the Gen 3 Glocks. So it's got the same 15 round mag. Now this has, they come with the P mag, and they only come with one magazine, whereas these would come with 3 magazines, but you can use these in the Palmetto State. It's, completely compatible to use the Glock mags and vice versa. These were designed for the Glock 19s, so they work. So they are so close in terms of clones that the parts for a Gen 3 Glock will work in this. So if the slide, I've actually pulled the slides off, and if it wasn't for the recoil spring being different, because as you can see, the Gen 4 is a little different than the Gen 3 for the recoil spring. But other than that, the barrels are interchangeable and everything else, all the parts on the slide are interchangeable. Now, the difference that you see that's quite a bit different is the handles. So this is, like I said, a Glock Gen 4. It's got, pretty nice texturing and stuff. It's, I like the Glock grips and stuff, so, I'm fine with that. And there's your mag release there. There's your slide release. There's your takedown there. And the little safeties on the trigger. So, and that's something that's a little different on this. So, on this, now you can get it with or without these slide lightning things. I liked it with it, so I got it. But the mag release is the same. It's the old style, not the bigger one like that. It's the old style. Gen 3, there's your slide release, there's your takedown. Now the trigger is kind of like a Smith & Wesson. It's hinged instead of having the little tang. So I'm not sure that might still be part of the patent thing. But other than that, there's just little things. The trigger guard is a little bit different, but it still works in the holsters. The texturing, though, they did a really good job on the texturing and the ergonomics. Now, the downside is this is what you see is what you get. Unlike the Glock series, which you can have different back straps to change it for different hand sizes. So, and it's only got one little nub for your finger. But the texturing is really good. And it added these cutouts for, to rip out the mag. So I think that was a nice feature. Another thing that they did is the barrel. They did a little countersink, which is usually a little bit better to protect the edge of the barrel from getting hit on things. Not that it's that much, that big of a deal, but the sights are metal, so it's a little bit nicer there. I think, they're the same, but they give you a nicer sight. It's 3-dot, which I don't really like the 3-dot. I like the Glock sights. And you can get this option. That's like a no-cost option. So they put a little bit more styling into it. So that's one thing that I liked about it, is it's got a little bit more styling than just a plain Glock look to it. But let's take it out to the range and see how they compare. Hello. So today we're going to look at the Glock 19 and the clone, which is the Palmetto State Armory Dagger. So they're basically the same gun. This is original Glock, and this is a clone of it. So we're gonna fire some critical defense and some reloads, and we're gonna do it off rest to see how accurate they are. So, out at the range, this is how they did. It was a little windy, so the targets kind of moved out of camera. But, so you got about a 4-inch, about 3 3/4 inch grouping on that. And this one has got about 3.5, actually. There's 3 3/4 there. So, they both are comparable. As far as accuracy goes, as you can see, this was at 10 yards, and, you know, I did them off rest, so that way it wasn't going to be me being sloppy. So they were compared, you know, off of a little rest. So, yeah. So how does it compare? I think it compares pretty good. This clone is definitely a nice copy of it. The cost wise, so this 19 Model 19 Glock goes for about $550 to $600 currently. This you can get for anywheres from, I paid $355, so you could get it somewheres around the 325 to like $375 range. So that's a couple $100 less. So for the accuracy and stuff, yeah, it's worth it. The only downside that I had is you get one mag, and these P mags, I did have problems. I didn't have any when I was doing the shoot there, but when I first got the gun, the rounds, they would twist and get stuck. So I don't like these. I like the metal lined mags, but you can buy those and put them in this. So that's the nice thing, is it's not proprietary mag, it's a Glock mag. So you can get Glock mags anywhere. So yeah, so that's the Palmetto State Armory Dagger, and it's a knockoff clone of the Glock 19. So this is my little episode of the Clone Wars, and I think that this is a good clone for the money. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you have a good day.